But now he's toured the world. He's done shows all the way, he's been on Air Force bases and in prisons and in Asia, all over the place, but he's here for you tonight. Please have fun with Mr. Billy Mitchell.
Give up Richard Lett and don't his pants get nice balls. Oh, man. I didn't realize that I played Air Force bases and prisons in Asia. Pressed up against the glass. Nice to be here tonight. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to be here tonight. My name is Billy, and I have a Messiah complex, or at least that's what my friends say, and I forgive them. I'm old, in case nobody has noticed. I can tell I'm getting old because I caught myself the other day looking at a minivan thinking, say, that does look practical. And also, I'm telling I'm getting old because this happened to me the other day. I went in the kitchen to get some Tylenol. I get the Tylenol out of the kitchen, and I'm trying to read the instructions on the Tylenol, which in itself is a sign that I'm getting old, and I can't remember how to take flipping Tylenol, huh? But I can't seem to get the bottle close enough to read these little teeny instructions without the lettering going out of focus, and now reading it is giving me a headache. So I figure either I need reading glasses, or that's the smartest piece of marketing I've ever seen in my life. Can you imagine just reading the instructions on a proprietary medication gives you the symptoms it's supposed to cure? I'm afraid to even glance at a package of Preparation H now. How did that happen? I'm taking my bike home today. Getting older too. I'm getting more lazy. God, I'm so lazy. I just bought a new fire alarm with a snooze button on it. I'm not getting up till it's a 3-alarm place. I hate getting up early in the morning. I'm one of those cracking noon team. Let's try that again. One of those cracking noon team kind of guys, you know? That alarm goes off before 11. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, honey. Let's misjudge the reach on that little sucker, don't I? It's a joke, for crying out loud. I would never strike my wife, because she kicked my ass, basically. And not right away, either. She let it simmer a couple weeks, catch me off guard. I make love? Sure. The alarm clock. No, my wife's an incredibly powerful woman, not just physically, but spiritually, emotionally, the whole package. She's so much in charge of the relationship. I'll give you an example. We're at a bar together a few weeks ago, and this guy calls me Pussy Whip. I said, I am not, am I, sweetheart? Pussy Whip. I don't even know what the expression means. I mean, I know that pistol whip means getting hit in the face repeatedly with a pistol. Finish your own damn joke. Well, we've been married now for 18 years. Just had our 18th anniversary, which I forgot. Because I'm a guy, I'm an insensitive boob. I'm driving home, I suddenly realized, oh my God, it's our anniversary. I haven't done anything. Thank goodness. Right at the side of the highway, somebody's left a beautiful bouquet of flowers. So I pulled over. Even a picture of the fellow who left him there. I gotta send him a thank you note because he got my arse out of his sling that day. I'm trying to keep the romance in the relationship, you know, like recently we redecorated our bedroom and we put in the king-size bed, which is not that much bigger than the queen size we used to have, but according to my wife, a few extra inches makes a big difference in the bedroom. No, it's nice too, we got the bowling ball mattress. You've seen these commercials, right, where you can drop a bowling ball on the bed and it won't wake the it won't wake the person who's sleeping, right? And it works, as long as you miss her. I'm sorry. I don't even bowl. But let's see, how is the romance meter doing on the flip side of the coin? Give me an example. I had a birthday a little while ago, and for my birthday, my wife gives me the ultimate romantic present. Ready for this? A leaf blower. Ooh, romance springs eternal. And I'm opening up this package, right, and I get that look on my face, what the heck? And she goes, what? What? I thought it would make doing those jobs around the yard a little easier for you. I went, hey, back up here. I remember distinctly the conversation where you asked me what I wanted for my birthday. And I know for a fact that both the words job and blow were used in the conversation. How the hell she screwed up that? I'll never know. Just lucky I didn't get a weed whacker, huh? Well, we got the kids. Anybody else have kids? Yeah? Yeah? Not with you. You don't have to have them here tonight. I'm actually the primary caregiver of our children. Let me explain how this works. My wife has a career, and I'm a Canadian entertainer. So see how I got a lot of time to be spending with the kiddies. And I just don't think that men are as well equipped to deal with infant children as women are. Do you agree? Okay? Give an example. Our first child, Benjamin, named him Benjamin because we had 9 months to read the 8 billion names for baby book. And decided on Benjamin because according to this book, Benjamin means favorite son. That's nice, huh? Until we have another. Sorry, Dick. Well, the good stuff was taken. But baby Benjamin learns to crawl and starts banging his head 1,000,000 times a day, and that's what we're telling social services. But you know this, if you've dealt with infants before, you know that when they start crying immediately after impact, everything is cool. It's when there's that long hang time between head bang and noise, when they just make that face. And your ears pop as all the air gets sucked out of the room. We must be down to 911 on this incident, too. But if my wife was taking care of him, what would she do? Huh? She'd just scoop him up, lift up her shirt, and he'd stop crying. I have to be totally honest, folks. If every time I started crying, somebody popped a lovely warm breast into my face, I think you'd see a grown man shedding a lot more tears in public. I'd be hanging around the bars going, I have a boo-boo. I love breasts. I love breasts. On women. On myself, I find them somewhat distasteful. No, I'm one of those guys that gain a few pounds, I get titty. Cleavage is cleavage, but not when it's furry. You know, that's enough to put me off my Cheerios. Oh yeah, if you have kids, you know this. Everybody in the world feels compelled to give you advice. We had this thing going on recently, potty training, which I was excelling at, thank you. But no, our little one, he was going through potty training, and somebody said, what you do is, with a boy, you put Cheerios in the toilet. And it gives him something to aim at, makes it, you've heard this, haven't you? Yeah, it gives him something to aim at, makes it into a game. Well, we didn't have any Cheerios, we only had Rice Krispies. Don't do this. To this day, when you hear snap, crackle, pop, he pees himself. Years of therapy for that one. But like I said, I'm a caring parent. I took them all down to Mexico to one of those all-inclusive resorts. Anybody ever been to an all-inclusive resort? Don't you love them? A great place to dry out and lose a few pounds, isn't it? As if. Come on, 3 buffets a day, unlimited snacks, and all you can drink. I'm part Scottish. I get that inverse Scottish logic going. I've effectively paid for these margaritas. If I don't have them, I'm just throwing money away. Oh, jeez, I'm pissed. It's nearly time for breakfast. I'm kidding. You can't get all silly-ass drunk around the kids, can you? Because nothing takes the fun out of a hangover like a screaming infant. But at the time, Sammy was still little enough to fit in one of those snugglies. I'm a caring parent, so I'm spending half the time with him strapped in a little snuggly, walking around the baby track. And I discovered this, and I don't know if any single guys here tonight think might want to take note. Babies are like chick magnets. I've got him with a little snuggly, I'm walking around, and the women are coming up to me in their bikinis just chatting me up. Oh, look, I love you, baby. You must be such a lovely man. I'm thinking, wow, if I was single, I wouldn't have a baby strapped to my chest. Nowhere to rent them. Entrepreneurial opportunity right there. I like going down south, I like going on vacation. We went to Disney World recently. If you haven't been to Disney World lately, they've kind of made it a little more adult and contemporary. Right in Disneyland, there's a bar. Right in Tomorrowland, right? And it's all done Toy Story theme. So we went and checked it out. My wife got a Buzz and I got a Woody. So $5 grand I spent on that vacation. I get one joke. And I put it off. Traveling around a fair bit, and I was recently in Victoria, which is where old people go to visit their parents. Now you can tell there's a lot of elderly there because the bus stops are only about 10 feet apart. With that 3-meter dash, it's quite a thrill, really. But I get approached by this street kid, this big, tall fellow with blonde dreadlocks. I'm looking at him thinking, you must be the rare Scandinavian Rastafarian about whom I've heard so little. And he's got everything pierced. He's got the one through the nose, which I never understand. You can do that? Yeah, let's stick a half carrot down through your nostril, get a bad cold. Shit! That was like $3,000. He's got about 9 through each ear. He had 3 rings through each eyebrow. Looked like he should have had a little set of shower curtains to pull across. Time for my nap. But the weirdest thing to me was he had his tongue pierced. And I had to ask him, I said, didn't that hurt? And he said, no, not did it. Gave him a couple of bucks. He can get that removed, can he? I think it's gone beyond jewelry. I think we're tagging them to study their migration habits. I'm sure it's at Audubon Society, right there. And coming back from Victoria on the ferry, there's a young lady, very attractive young woman. She's got the weirdest piercing I've ever seen. She's got her nose pierced there. You seen this? 2 little silver balls sitting right there. It would drive you nuts, wouldn't it? It's like they're looking at me. They're still And I'm looking, and like I said, a very attractive young woman. I'm thinking, if you really wanted balls parked in the bridge of your nose. Someone could arrange a floppy dog for you. It's another name for it, Richard Floppy Dog. Oh boy. So bought a new car recently. I did not get the minivan, bought the sport utility vehicle, because now I live in the suburbs, so you never know when you have to go off-road to get to Safeway. Bought the Subaru, which spelled backwards as you're a bus. And it's the weirdest car, too, because it's got an airbag and a tilt steering wheel. That's a decision every morning, isn't it? It's like, where do I want to take the shot today? I like to work in an airbag factory, because I have fun with my job. If I worked in an airbag factory, I'd be taking some magic markers, make little messages on them. Surprise! Tucking a few candies, making like a piñata. Or you get really bored one day at the airbag factory, instead of packing in the bag, you pack in one of those inflatable love dolls. And get into a minor fender bender. Well, give you something to do while you wait for the ambulance to show up. Then they do show up, they're like, well, no wonder they crashed. What the hell they're up to in there? If we can save her, she looks remarkably lifelike. Clear. She looks so surprised. Well, getting to that time of the show that I like to call contractual obligation fulfilled. Actually, I'm having a tough time selling the time. I just got this new designer watch. It's a Stephen Hawking wristwatch. The hands don't work, but it really understands the concept. If I may, I'd like to close with some impressions. Do you like impressions? Yeah? These will put you off them for a while. Because my impressions suck, really. They're kind of more depressions, actually. But, start off with something simple. My impression of horse racing in the fog. And there they go! Thank you. Pablo Picasso taking a roadside sobriety test. All right, sir, you step on the car, please. Now put your arms at full length. Now touch your nose. It wasn't even an impressionist. It was a cubist, for crying out loud. Actually, my wife helped me write that joke, and I never like to tell people what my wife does for a living early in the show because people get weird about it. My wife is a corporal in the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. That's right. My wife, thank you. My wife is a Mountie, which makes me the Mounter. No, but people get weird about it. Guys especially find it's like, oh, your wife's a cop, so that means you got the handcuffs. That's fun. That's fun, spending an entire weekend handcuffed to a lawnmower? Yeah, I promise I'll get it done. Give me sent it from Costco. And the other thing is, people say, oh, well, your wife's a cop has changed your life. And I said, yeah, no. Well, one thing has changed. If we're at a party and somebody sparks up a joint, we have to leave. Honey, the party's just getting okay. All right, a couple more impressions here. Al Pacino from Scarface, the porno. I want you to eat my little friend. I'm sorry, that was kind of a blowjob joke, wasn't it? Well, it was more of a gag, really. But, boy, I said a mouthful. Sylvester Stallone is a small child.
Yo, 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 yo.
If he was Jewish.
Oi, oi, oi.
Actually, I'm a big Sylvester Stallone fan. I was watching a movie of this the other night. Can't remember the title of the film. Maybe one of you can help me out. There's this one scene where there's this big explosion in the background, and he's running towards the camera in slow motion going... Yeah, it doesn't really narrow it down at all, does it? Let me see. Tony Soprano from The Sopranos leaning on the owner of a toy store. Yeah, Mr. Toy Store, a nice collection of slinkies you got there. You shame yourself was to happen like they was to fall downstairs. Okay, I'll try something really obscure. How about my favorite modern philosopher, Dr. Deepak Chopra, going through international customs? So it's Mr. Chopra, is it? Tell me, Mr. Chopra, where do you live? Where do I live? That is a very vexing question, really. When you say me, are you referring to me who's the thinker of my thoughts? Who's currently residing in this body. Here is a collection of molecules which are further composed of subatomic particles, which are not even particles at all, but just waves of probability. San Diego. San Diego. Thank you, good night.